Yeah, music, it's powerful stuff. Yeah, music, powerful stuff. Welcome to MIPS.
You're watching Music, It's Powerful Stuff, live at District Recording in San Jose. I'm your host, Mike Park, and today's guests are the Giles sisters, Gwendolyn and Lucy, who make up the band Dog Party. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
Good. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know, it's been forever.
It has been. How? I know, Lucy, you just graduated during the
did.
pandemic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
With honors, I'm sure.
Yes.
Who got better grades?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
What about in high school?
Me.
Your parents, who do they like better, Lucy or Gwendolyn?
Aww.
Be honest.
Both of us.
No, they're good. They've been supporting you for so long. You started, I think it was 11 and 13. When did you start?
We started at 8 and 10.
8 and 10. And it was always drums and guitar.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And so what was your incentive to play music at 8 and 10? Was there a band that you loved?
Well, Gwenny just, well, to be honest, she was in band at school, and she was playing the flute.
And I'd just gotten braces at the time, so I was really struggling
she
hard.
Had one of those, like, gnarly
A
expanders.
jaw expander. So my
Nice.
dad, like, every day would take the key and crank it, and I'd feel it in my nose.
Oh,
it was really
geez.
freaky.
So, like, when she was, like, trying to play the flute,
I was just having a rough time.
because the shape of her mouth was changing, like, every day.
Wow,
So
wow.
the band instructor basically had a chat with my parents, and they were like, it's just
Music's not for everyone.
Aw.
And Gwenny was, kind of hurt by it.
I was
And
determined
she just wanted to play something, and
without my mouth.
Yeah.
And American Idiot had just come out,
Okay.
and
I was like, I want a guitar. And so that following May for my birthday, I got a guitar. Then I started taking lessons, and I was instantly writing songs. I did a solo talent show performance with a song that I wrote.
Whoa. At what age? At
That was 5th grade.
amazing.
And then for 6th grade, our talent show performance.
Yep, that's when I came
Lucy.
along. So I have always looked up to Gwenny. She taught me how to talk. She's
Whoa.
been there for me all my life.
Yeah.
I've only known the world with her in it. So she was playing an instrument and being cool. And I was like, hey, I want to do that. So she had already taken the guitar. And I was obsessed with music. Just, our dad loves music. He's not a musician at all, but he has a passion for music. And he would play really cool music. And
What was he playing?
The White Stripes was one of my first favorite bands. And just like the raw, just backbeat drums, like that's so powerful. And I wanted to do that. So I told my dad, I said, hey, I really want to play the drums. And so he ended up getting me a drum set for my birthday, my 6th birthday.
What was the kit? What kind of kit?
It was
did you
a Ruther, which
Good old
is
Ruther.
kind of like a cheap Pearl.
buy? Okay.
It was made in the 70s. It was
Oh,
a
nice.
cool kit.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a premium garage sale find.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
premium garage sale find. And basically, this was the hard part, was finding a teacher, because no one
Oh.
wanted to teach me because I was so young. But I really wanted to, and they were also like weirded out that I was a girl and wanted to
Okay.
play the drums. So I didn't get lessons until I was 8. And
Oh.
literally the day that I moved from doing like rudiments to the drum set was the day that we started the band.
That's awesome.
And yeah.
What was like the first song you guys played together?
The first song we played ever was Surfing USA by the Beach Boys.
And were you both singing
Yeah.
and playing? That's
Yes.
amazing.
And I was really shy when I was young, and so I didn't really like to sing as much, and I would kind of pretend to sing sometimes, and she would grouse at me.
Amazing. Okay, so I remember this clearly. So I remember Billy Joe Armstrong. Your dad sent me, maybe it was a text saying, "Whoa, Billy Joe just posted watching Dog Party live." And then like 2 months later, you guys are asked to go on tour with Green Day. Where were you when you got asked to go on tour with Green Day?
So I had just gotten back to San Luis Obispo after a tour,
Okay.
and
Because that's where she was going to school. She
Mhm.
went to Cal Poly.
and I was having a little kickback with my friends, and my phone lights up with an email notification
Okay.
from Green Day's booking agent. But in the email, it didn't specifically say anything like about the tour, just like who the lady was, some of the bands on her roster that were like really top notch. And she asked if she could speak on the phone as soon as possible. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And so I immediately called back home
Yeah.
where Lucy was.
No, I had just started. It was my first week of school at
oh,
Cal
yeah, you
State
started
Long Beach.
before me.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I was like moving into the dorms and all this stuff, and my sister called me and she was like, dude, like I just got this email like from Green Day's booking agent, and I was really excited, but I didn't want to get my hopes up either, because like it was Green Day's booking agent, like that could be for a show, that could be
Sure.
for like really anything.
Right.
So I think it was the next day Gwenny had a conference with the gal, and she basically gave us the dates for the tour. And
Oh my gosh. So what was the feeling? Was it just like, wow, I can't believe this is happening? Or just, did you guys yell? Do you remember anything like?
I was definitely like squealing for sure, and I just felt like it was a life-changing experience that was at my fingertips. Like wow, like my life is gonna be different after this happens.
That, yeah, I was so happy too. I remember like, oh my God, how it's incredible. First of all, I thought it was really cool that Green Day would just bring out basically an unknown band.
Basically,
They're
yeah.
at such a level where I'm sure management plays such a big part of their daily
definitely.
activity, and they're just like, we saw this band, we
Right.
want to bring them.
It was like Billy Joe who saw us and was like, them. Like, I want them.
right.
And he was able to make it possible, and that's just like really cool.
What was so when you the first day of tour, when you go in and meet everybody, is everyone nice?
Everyone was really awesome. It was a little bit shaky in the beginning because Billy was sick and so was Jason. So
the first couple dates had to get postponed.
yeah, one of them got canceled.
That's right. I remember that
And
now.
so they were still kind of like weary. And also, Green Day hadn't played live in a really long time. It was their first tour back, like as a band and everything. So that's why I'm pretty sure that they decided to do like a promotional tour and play
The small
in
Smaller
the
clubs.
smaller
venues.
theaters,
Right.
so that they could get back in the swing of things before having to
Sure.
play stadiums again. So you could tell that everyone was pretty nervous, and they had all these new songs, their new record, and they were really looking forward to playing the new songs, and it was just like a really exciting buzz, and they were all so happy that we were there, and we definitely felt a lot of just like love from their crew. Their crew is amazing, and they've all been working for them for years, and it's so
Nice.
cool to see just like a close-knit group of people that are all working like a well-oiled machine. Like,
Right.
it has to function like that because they're so big, you know?
Yeah, and they really surround themselves with positivity.
Yeah, which is so
Yeah,
important.
of course. What was catering like?
Catering was awesome. It really depended on the venue.
Uh-huh.
I remember at the 930 Club in DC, their
Yeah.
catering was amazing. It was like steak dinner with like mashed potatoes and all this crazy stuff. But sometimes we just get buyout because
What do you prefer on tour, buyout or meal?
In general, buyout.
Yes.
Yeah.
buyout's so sick.
Buyouts are the best. So on the Green Day tour, I'm guessing $30 buyout. You remember?
I think it was 60.
60.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, if I get $10 buyout, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
think
Was it 80?
it's 20 per person. So
Yeah.
at that point, it
Oh,
was
20
80.
per person. I thought
Yeah.
I thought you said like 60 per person.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, 20 per person. Not as fancy as I was expecting, but still, I'd be excited for that. Okay, so we're going to take a break. You're going to play a song. What's this song called that you're going to play?
This song's called Peanut Butter Dream.
Peanut Butter Dream. Dog Party.
Your voice,
Are you there manipulator? And I say you're a heartbreaker. Am I gonna see you later? Hello, operator. Are you there manipulator? And I say you're a heartbreaker. Am I gonna see you later? Hello, operator. Are you there manipulator? And I say you're a heartbreaker. Am I gonna see you later? Am I gonna see you later? Am I gonna see you later?
That was awesome.
Thanks.
That's-
Thank you.
Yeah, I always love hearing you guys play. So
Thank
again, we haven't. I think the last time I saw you was in Oakland with I can't remember what. Maybe it was the Hot Tot. No, it wasn't the Hot Tot. Was
Oh, yeah.
It
I
was
think
a
it
hot
was.
toddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
at bottom of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
it? It was no. It was in Oakland though.
Oh.
Gosh, where was it? Anywho, I want to talk about when you started playing with Kepi. How old were you two when you started playing with Kepi?
So we met Kepi when
It was a birthday
Yeah, it was a
show
birthday
for
show.
a Sacramento promoter, Jerry Perry,
Okay.
and he introduced us and said, you know, I think you
I
guys will
was in
really like
sixth
each
grade.
other's.
so I was in 6th grade. I was 11, and you were in 8th grade.
Mhm,
So
so 13.
13. And we instantly hit it off with him.
Yeah.
He really liked us, and
And you came
I
home
thought
with like
he
a
said-
stack of
yeah,
CDs.
he gifted me like every CD he had made, like right then at the show. Like he just had
Amazing.
stuff, and I basically studied the Kepi
Delved
Ghoulies
into
like
it.
crazy. Like they were really the first like punk rock band that I had really gotten into, because we growing up we just listened to like kind of like indie rock type deals.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, like this punk rock thing is like where it's at. And so it was from there that I fell in love with the Ramones, and like that's how that all started. But basically we did one tour with Kepi. It was my first tour ever. I was 11.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask.
And,
How old were you when you went on the first
We
Kepi
did
tour?
a Southwest tour, and it was just Dog Party opening, and then he had his band
Okay.
with like Atom Bomb and stuff.
Right.
And then it was the next year that it was actually that winter. Kepi kind of needed a new band, and he asked Gwenny and I, like, hey, like, learn 80 songs and, like, let's get on with it. So we did. We cracked down, and it was really easy for me since I had, like, studied his stuff like crazy. And then Gwenny, we just learned him, and then we practiced like crazy. And then the first tour we did with him was Europe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And was Dino on bass?
No, it
At the time?
was
Okay.
Kepi was on bass, and I was on drums, and Gwenny was on guitar.
It's 3-piece.
Yeah.
And then Adam,
Atom Bomb played bass with us on some tours, and then Kepi would
one
play
of the Europe tours.
Yeah, one of the Europe tours.
Wow. So you're going to Europe as a 12-year-old,
Yeah.
12, 13-year-old.
Yes.
Are your parents? Did they come too?
Our mom came with us.
Yeah, all of our tours before Lucy turned 18, our mom would come along.
Okay.
And then once
Yeah.
Lucy turned 18, then we
Because
were...
I had to get a lot of paperwork signed to play in certain
certain
venues.
states
I
have
see.
laws
Yeah.
with
So I
bars.
literally like couldn't have without a legal guardian with me.
Got it.
And she was a real trooper. I mean, like honestly, she was like sleeping on floors and
Yes.
couches. And after, like, as I started getting older, like when I was 16, she like really started to phase out, and she was like, you know, guys, I can't do this anymore.
Man, that is so amazing to hear, because I've done the DIY touring and sleeping on floors, especially in Europe. Actually, Europe is a lot more comfortable
Yes.
than the U.S. But to do it at my age now, I have no desire to do it anymore because I did it. And for your mom to do it, what an awesome lady.
Yeah, it's just
Oh.
we're so thankful that our parents were so supportive of us,
Sure.
because a lot of people don't have that, and I'm so thankful. They kind of like treated us being in a band as like athletics.
That's
so
much better than athletics.
yeah,
Because
so
parents will drive out to soccer tournaments and
fly across the country for soccer tournaments and do all this stuff. It's a little bit different playing in bars when you're 12. So they got some raised eyebrows at them, like, what are you like doing? Like, why are you raising your kids like that? But our parents were like, hell no.
Heathens.
Like, Gwenny and I have always been so passionate from day one, and they really allowed us to chase our dreams and exercise our passion. So
yeah, they're so cool. I see it, especially with Sam. I'm close with, and just his excitement, and we've had many talks about the band, and it's my dream as a parent that my kids would play music, and they don't want to play. It makes me so sad. Now they're 11 and 13, about to turn 12 and 14, and they have musical talent. They just have no interest.
Aww.
It crushes my soul. Question, because I'm curious. I know you've gone on, I feel like, okay, the Green Day tour is obviously the biggest tour, but you've gone on some big tours, but it's with bands that are very different stylistically, like with the Aquabats and Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
So what are their audiences like when you're playing for like a band, especially like an older band that had a radio hit like Real Big Fish, and so those people are going for nostalgia.
Yes.
To hear the band they loved in high school, and here are these two young girls playing. Are they respectful? What are those shows like?
So one of the things that I noticed right off the bat, which was hilarious, was, I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was like, I'm ready to meet some cute guys. And there weren't any. Like,
I love it.
None. And I'm just like, where are they? Like, they're not at the shows. Like, where are they?
It took several cities.
Several.
I was on the lookout too.
Yeah.
That's so
it
funny.
wasn't until we made it to Oklahoma City,
Oklahoma.
which is when
There were two.
There were two really hot guys all of a sudden. We were just like, whoa! Like, I haven't seen one of those in ages.
Did you talk to them?
Huh?
Did you talk to them?
I tried.
Well, one of them swindled you out of some merch.
One of them bamboozled me.
What?
Yeah. He like underpaid me for a
And
shirt.
And like she usually doesn't handle the money.
No.
And it just kind of
cannot be
like
trusted.
solidified that
But
the ideal with
they
that.
are all really nice, and we were met with a lot of just like, whoa. Because these aren't really the kinds of people that go to shows very often.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and they're not expecting to like the opening band. A lot of people in an environment like that, they're just not even, they don't even think there's going to be an opening band. They're like, why isn't the main band playing?
Exactly.
Boo. But no, they were really just like, whoa, like, y'all are the best opening band I have ever seen. Like,
Aww.
And
it was
then
really touching.
another cool thing with Aquabats and their younger demographic, or because they are so family friendly, and these fans that have been fans for years and years and years now bring their young children out to the shows to introduce them to rock and roll.
Yeah.
And so there's so many people that say, they come up to us like at the merch table and say, this is our very first show, like for their little kid, and you're the first band that they ever saw live. And for especially young girls, being able to see another lady on stage perform, they get really excited, and it's great to see that.
That's
and we
so
give a lot
cool.
of little high fives.
Oh, yes. I love the high fives.
And hugs.
That's so cool. So then now I'm going to move to like the Bad Cop tour. Different dynamic. Awesome band, Bad Cop. What were those crowds like? Now you're playing for a much more dynamic punk crowd, maybe a Fat Records crowd.
Yes.
So how did you go over with that scene?
So, we kind of tend to cater our set list for
sure.
whatever tour we're on, because we kind of have a wide breadth of material that we do, and we can sound in various ways. So we definitely shifted the set and made it like more like faster and edgier and like more yelling. And they were really it was just a little bit more like standoffishy with them, because we're like punks.
The crowd.
Instead of like the really like bubbly.
But then also like the people that are going out to those shows, they're regular showgoers, and they're just like there to have a good time, and like they really feed off of the energy in the room, and it just kind of creates this cycle of the crowd moving around, and then we get excited, and then it
since
just grows.
Bad Cop, strong female force.
Sure.
So there was a lot of
Everyone
respect.
there, yeah, is super respectful because
Yeah.
they're down.
And it's not like you're going to get someone at one of those shows that's like, wow, you are good for a girl.
Yeah.
It's like these people are like, you're a musician, respect.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I heard you were playing that tour, I felt like that's a good tour for Dog Party. So I was curious to see how like the yin and yang of Aquabats and then Bad Cop, Bad Cop. Okay, so we're gonna play one more song. What's the next song you're gonna play?
This song is called Operator.
Operator. And then finally, what during this pandemic, what do you have going on? I know there's no shows. Are you guys working on a new record? What's happening?
So I studied art in school. I'm an
Okay.
artist. And so I've been really using this time to start my online store, which is a part of the Dog Party website. And
Okay.
so I've been creating, I made this mask. I have a lot of prints, and I make bolo ties and stickers and all this various stuff. And it's quite nice that I got some solid time to start my online store, because if I was touring, which we had planned,
Mhm.
then I probably wouldn't have been able to do the things I've been able to do with the store. But we've been working on a new record. Our last release was in 2018, and we've done every 2-year cycle pretty regularly.
Okay.
And so naturally we were going to release a record this year, but we're just kind of like pulling on the reins a little bit, and we really want to like take time and like make sure that like put a lot of effort and just
because
really
now
make
we don't
it.
have to work around school schedules
Sure.
with the recording and everything.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, like growing up, we always had the school. It was school, and then the second school got out, we were on the road. Like
Yeah.
no days off, no nothing. And so it's hard to squeeze recording records in. And so now we have a little bit more breathing room, and it's like, okay, well, we don't really have to push for a deadline, and we don't have to make sure that it gets done before the summer, before we tour. So it's kind of nice to be able to like kind of take a breather and really make sure that it's how we really want it to be.
yeah.
That's awesome. I'm envious of you during a pandemic to be able to have a partner to harmonize and play music with. That's the thing I miss most right now, is being able to play music
Yeah.
Yeah.
with other people.
And with touring and playing live again, the closest now that we have booked out is in May, it looks like,
Okay.
if things don't change before then.
Yeah.
And so,
Just the anti-flag tour.
May 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Well, thanks again for joining us. And what was the next song you're going to play again?
Operator.
Operator. Dog Party. Thanks so much.
Thank
We'll see
you.
you soon.
Walk around with you on the side of town, looking through the mirrors and the broken glass. Cannot see you like I had to before, but now life has a better plan. Cannot get the words out of some of my house. It's almost like a twisted terrain. The words are clear, but they all hurt like in a hell. Just to wanna jump and start in. The life around